You can send them over to a very
Right.
a section that deals specifically what the challenge is that potential customer is facing. So if you've got an air conditioning company, AC and heating company, and somebody's heat went out, well, if you're in northern Michigan, you're not sending them to the AC page in
Right.
November.
Right.
You want to make sure they go to the heating product section,
Right.
and so they know what you do. Same thing with any other business. If there are special things that you do that you want to, and you want to hyper focus
Right.
a lot of your advertising towards the clients, the target audience. So your website becomes that vehicle.
How do you feel about having, for small businesses, an editor for your Facebook page or for your website? Meaning they are in control. See, I'm a control freak myself, and I like to take care of everything. I don't like anything being out there without me approving it or knowing what's out there. But I also heard someone had written to me and asked me about if I would like to be an editor for their Facebook page. So do you know anything about that? Like, do you recommend that for a business person starting, or not really?
We do a lot of the writing and editing. That's the content development.
Mm-hmm.
So for a business, we go in and we'll say, okay, here's what we've written up for your next month's worth of social media posts.
Right.
Do you approve? Do you disapprove?
Okay.
Would you like anything edited? Because what we've done is we've learned about the client. We've learned about what is coming up, what they want to feature,
Right.
what's important to them. And so what we do is we create the content
Mm-hmm.
that then is approved by the client before
Right.
it ever goes out. There's nothing that we will put out into the public sphere
Without getting
the
that client's
client has
permission.
not approved. Oh yeah, we don't. I mean, the last thing I want to have is somebody calling me up and saying, "Well, how could you say this about us? This isn't true." And
Of course.
it's not like, and not that we went and said anything bad about them, but we have misquoted something, or we put information that's not right, and that comes back to bite the
back
client.
to you, right.
And that comes back to us ultimately. I mean, we're the silent partner in a lot of what a business does.
Right.
Sometimes they will ask us to be the face, to be the voice, and we're more than happy to do that. But we prefer to have the client be the voice and the face, because that is the business.
Right.
And so getting it right is very important to us. We do not like to make mistakes, right down to the periods and the commas in
Right.
a press release. You want to make sure that it's been written, it's been seen by a few people before it makes it to press, because you want to ensure that the reputation of the business
Right.
is your reputation as well.
Is what's being seen.
Yeah.
So if you could give advice to new business owners, the 3 or 4 most important points that they need to do, what would be those 4 important things they have to do for someone starting a business?
I would say, first of all, after writing your business plan, make sure you've got a marketing plan.
Mm-hmm.
It's critical, because a lot of people say, okay, my business plan is blah, blah, blah. But a separate business plan and marketing plan, I think, is critical, because it also gives you the guideposts that you can look at. You can say, okay, here's what I want to do. The second thing is to learn how to do marketing and public relations. If you don't know how, hire somebody to at least give you the information, or go online and learn it. I mean,
Right. Everything's available.
I'm not going to sit here and go, you can't get it anywhere
Of
else
course
but here, because most of the stuff we learn is also out
Right.
there. I mean, trends and tips and everything else we're following on a daily basis. I personally will spend at least an hour every day learning more about my craft.
Right.
And what is
You have to
trending,
keep up. You
what's
have to keep up
important.
with it. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we got now. You said the first thing was for business plan. That's
Have
number
a
1.
marketing plan.
Right.
Learn about PR marketing, at least the basics. Learn
Okay.
how to do that. If you are not a good writer, if you are not, fully comfortable doing those kind of things, get people who can help you. You're going to invest in things in your business. I think one of the most important things you can do is invest in marketing and public relations. And I'm not saying, it's going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars a month, but if you can have somebody there who can take part of that burden off of you and allow you to focus on your business and do what you do well, I think that is all the better.
Right.
And become comfortable in social media. a lot of people say, I hate social media.
Yeah.
You know?
I have a lot of friends that are not, I'm surprised that a lot of them are not even on Facebook.
Yeah, I will honestly say that a couple of members of my family are not on Facebook, but that's okay because they don't feel that they need an extra thing to be occupied with, or that people need to know about what's going on. And a lot of people are like that. But if you're a business owner,
it's the way to go.
You can't avoid it.
Yeah.
You will not succeed.
You're a big fan of social media, that I know.
Yeah,
you have to be.
It has to be. But at the same point, I'm also the guy that sits down every now and then and goes, enough.
Yeah.
I
think it has gotten out of hand. I'm not saying with business. I just mean in general, overall society.
Well, yesterday was July 4th, and I took independence from everything digital.
Right.
I did not go. I went on in the morning to wish a couple of my friends happy birthday because I knew that those were coming up.
Right.
And that was it. I turned it off the rest of the day.
Good for you.
Just enjoyed myself because you do have to shut down every now and then. It will occupy your life.
It does. It takes over your whole life. I mean, when you find yourself breathing and sighing every time your phone gives you a notification, it's time to put it away for a little bit.
Right.
And that's me. My phone, I have to put it on airplane mode for interviews, for when I'm driving, because it's constantly telling me. My son just went through my phone, kind of disabled all the notifications, because it does get a little bit out of hand. It does. You have to keep, you got to keep things in measure. You have to, everything has to be in moderation, I should say.
Absolutely.
But when it comes to business, that's a little bit different story.
Right.
You have to plow like nobody's ever seen you plow before.
But, there are also great platforms. There are great apps and great software programs that will allow you to schedule everything that you want to send out. So you're not having to be there every day. You can go in and get a week's worth of posts and tweets and everything else set up. You can schedule it. It goes out. There are customer relationship management software programs that basically will manage your inflow of interested leads. Once they come in, they'll click into your system. They'll be getting automated responses.
Right.
So you've checked in, you've picked up an ebook that you've signed up for, you've looked at this latest video or infographic. Next thing you know, you'll get an email from that company that says, hey, thanks for doing this.
Right.
Here's something else you might be interested in, or we'd like to schedule a call, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And it can be set up for basically to help nurture that relationship. So a lot of the relationship building is being automated, but in the end, there's still somebody who is going to make the choice to purchase, and someone who has to have created that experience.
Right.
So we go back to personal again. It's all about personal relations.
So, Geo, I'm so very honored that we've had a chance to speak one-on-one and have this interview. I'm so thrilled that we were able to do this, because I think so highly of you, and you really are such a wonderful gentleman.
Well, thank you.
I want to remind everyone that you can get all of Geo's information on my Facebook page and on Geo's Facebook page as well. And just go to Eleanor'sEliteRadioShow.com, and I have all of his contact information on my blogs as well. So, Geo, I want to thank you so much for today. I really appreciate it.
You're
thank
welcome,
you so
Eleanor.
much.
It's great to be here.
Thank you, darling.